So, it's that time of the year when you have to start lighting up your house for the holidays. So, as you can remember, I have some lighting outside from Govee, and I am trying to do something new. So if you remember, I did a tutorial and a review on the curtains, and I did it again. I ended up going into the Govee website and getting the new version of the curtains. So in today's episode, I'm going to show you the difference between V2 and V3 of the curtains. Stay tuned, you're gonna like this one. So as usual, Govee does a great job packaging and getting to the point. The box looks really amazing and it's very heavy, surprisingly. I got the regular curtain, I didn't get the double size. These are the Govee Curtain Light Pro, which I think this is the version 3, which it's supposed to be day and night between 2 and Pro. So in this episode, we're going to investigate, research, and test out the new lights. Let's go. So this lighting curtain is about 5 feet by 5 feet, which has a ultra dense RGBIC LED, which is supposed to be a step up from the previous version to this version, and should be a lot more dense in terms of lighting. So sorry about this jumping. And so therefore it's going to be a lot brighter. So, all right, so I have finalized the layout. So as you can see here, I have laid out the V1. Alexa, turn off basement. I have laid out what's the V1 and what's V2. A couple differences. Start doing the testing. A couple differences. The V1 looks like it's more spread, like the actual LEDs are far apart. And let me show you what I mean. But so here, as you can see, I have a gap of three to 4 fingers versus the one in the V2 that I have 3 fingers. Then again, you can say that's how you lay it out, but you can see on the head plugs how they are a lot more closer on the V2 than on the V1, right? And so therefore, it's going to have a more compact feeling of lighting. And now, the other difference is that they decided, I'm not sure how they designed this, but it seems to me that they decided to inject power. As you can see on the far end, there is a cable across from the beginning to the end, and there is going to be more power coming through that, which is going to be a good thing. Another thing is that the little head plugs, or however you want to call them, they're a lot smaller than the V2. So therefore, I'm not sure if this is a V2 or V1. I could be lying. I think this is a V1. But so therefore, this is a lot better. It's going to be a lot better. But without any further ado, let's plug it in and see the difference between them both. Maybe I can daisy chain them. I doubt I can, but we'll give it a try. Whoa, that is crazy. That is crazy. You can see a lot more lighting. The output is insane. That is crazy. That is crazy. So this is the difference between this and this. You can see the pixelation a lot better. Wow, this is really cool. And then we're going to be doing this on the app, where we're gonna add a new device or a new item, and we're going to look for curtains H70BC. Which one is this one? Oh, there we go. I didn't see that it was already there. H70B6, and we're going to connect that, and we should start seeing some designs very soon. Okay, so I need to please short press the on off. So we have to do that here, short pressed, and then done. Now we can just set it to be done. Let's set it to be, wow, this thing is asking me to upgrade, so we're gonna okay, so we're gonna try to do a different scene. Unfortunately, between the 2 and the 3, there's different things. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find Santa Claus like I have on the other one. I don't know. Games, SeaWorld, Night. I haven't been in the app in a while, so I'm sorry for that. But interesting. I don't see So it took me a while to find Festival, and I feel like they're not the same. As you can see here, I have this, but if I go back to the other curtain, which is curtain, the one on this old Santa Claus, I only get the little ones. I only get Santa Claus and somewhat different shapes. They're not any, I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks really cool, but this is where the cake is. So we're gonna have to get something neutral, like perhaps Waterfall. Let's see if the other one has a Waterfall. Let's see if we have, no, it's just different because it's a different pixelation and different pattern. I just cannot use the same. So that being said, this will not be apples to apples. Why is it asking me to upgrade again? Let's do that. But look at this, like, my God, looks absolutely amazing. This is insane. I think Govee did really listen to feedback and decided to do it right, and just decided to listen to what we wanted and delivered. And so this is what it looks like when in dark. Now let's see what the difference is between when not in dark with a lit room. Alexa, set basement on. So this is with light. As you can see here, we have some light, but in here, you can tell exactly what it is. In here, now you're not so much able to tell what it is, versus there, you still see exactly what it's trying to do. Let's just try something different where it's just so different. You can't really compare apples to apples. So let's just do, this is what a face would look like anime, like Mona Lisa. And like you can still tell, even though there's light, you can still tell what it is. Now, if I go to the other one and I try to select a snowman, like, I mean, you could tell, but it's not that clear. And I think that was the feedback that Govee got for a long time, that people just were not happy with the actual pixelation and they were like not legible. Don't get me wrong, at night, at dark, looks great. But during the day, you really are not able to tell the things that are telephone and so on and so forth. So I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, this is a step up for sure, but I would want to see multiple curtains together at once to see the real difference. As you guys can see, and I've told you in the previous video, these curtains can go in a window, in a door, standalone, or create a frame where you can just light them up. But I think that my idea was always to compact them even more and make that a lot more pixelated. So if you ask me, this one, specifically this one, if you compact the lines even further by choice, you'll have some really cool art. For sure. Like, I love the 90s game of car. Alexa, turn off basement. Like, you can see how it's like well animated. It shows Tetris. Like, just the mere fact that they're giving you more options is insane. And this is backwards, but so it doesn't matter. But the fact that like the menu shows you all these options, which are absolutely different than the other one. Hold on, it's thinking. Like all these options that are a lot different than what the other versions are, it's insane, right? So in comparison to the other one, right? The other one gives you very limited pixel oriented options. So you don't really have much to choose from. So that was a big improvement. Now check this out. Like even emojis look a lot better than they used to. You know, like you can set emojis and they look a lot different. They look a lot more defined than what the previous versions did. Like this is really good. Like the way that this looks is just beyond. Like they really outdid themselves, and this is a really good product. So I would totally buy more than this. And so just like the V1s, the V3s will also have, or Pros, however you want to call them, they will have also the capabilities of connecting to Alexa, to Alexa or Google Play, Google Automation, and any of the platforms that you can automate in your house. So you can tell it to turn it off or turn it on based on whatever application you use. And I'm gonna take advantage of this moment and I'm gonna tell you exactly that Govee is not by no means sponsoring me. This review is basically on my own opinion, my own dime. I did buy both of these on my own money. Nobody reached out to me, which will be great if they sponsor the channel. But I am so thankful that I did, because now my kids have been asking me for the longest time to do Halloween theme decorations. So now I have two curtains that I'm going to put either side by side on different locations where I will be displaying Halloween theme pictures, images, artwork, however you want to call it. But yes, so just want to throw it out there. This is not a sponsor video. This is me just reviewing the items based on the previous experience I had with the other one. But this is a total game changer for the curtains. So I hope that Govee keeps listening and creates a better one, a bigger one, and much more advanced than this one. But so yeah, just letting you guys know. So if you're trying to install this, it's very straightforward. You don't have to do anything other than plugging them in and hanging them wherever you want. As I mentioned, the kit came with this adapter that you can use anywhere in your home. I'm going to show you guys how these apply, so that way you guys know how it is. And if you decide to hang them on a wall, then you are gonna be safe. In my case, I'm gonna hang them outside. So to me, it doesn't really matter. I can either use tape or strings to tie them, because I will be removing them at the end of the season. So if you're trying to install this, all you'll have to do is basically put these pieces next to each other and make sure that the strings come out. And once you're done, you will be covering those gaps in between this way. As you can see here, this can go in the rail and these will clip on to each other. Actually, I'm doing it backwards. I think, is this how it is? No, I think this is how it goes. You clip it in, and that will completely cover your tracks, and it's gonna look a lot more professional. Even if you don't glue it anywhere, you'll still be able to use this to tie it whatever, and you can continue to do it along your lines. And it's worth noting that if you decided to put this in, you will not be able to remove it as easy as you thought. And I just had that happen to me, so make sure that I show you guys how I was doing it. So as you can see, click here, right? So I was trying to remove it and I can't, so you would just do here and then just pop that open and just pry it open like that. So, and also I just realized that this cable also has a rail for you to put in, so you don't have to worry about it being outside. So there we go. So now you don't have any cable hanging, not even this one. So that's the way to go. This is the new Curtains Lights Pro, and I have gotten a lot of fun trying to test this. I will have to be putting this outside somewhere, so that might be a separate video. I just wanted to do the comparison of unboxing and how it looks lit up. As you can see here, it also came with these pieces for you to hang them somewhere, and the stuff I showed you to cover all the cables. My thoughts on this is, I think it is a really great step up. I feel like now these lights are looking a lot more like show lights, that you can put them anywhere and people will really tell what it is. That was one of my downsides of the ones that I had prior, that if I lit them up earlier, people wouldn't know what it was. They would just think they were weird lights. But I'm sure that with this new style, it'll be a lot easier. People will be able to see more how the design and the pixelation of the items that it's supposed to be showing, and they'll be able to see exactly what I'm trying to show, whether it's a theme or a nature or a pixel or an art or whatever it is, people will be able to see it. Another thing that I really like about these lights is that they seem to be brighter, and their probably output is more. So at night, they definitely are gonna look a lot better outside. Even though the other ones look great, this will be even brighter. So that's another plus. The one thing I don't like is that it seems to me that you could, but I don't know how yet, you'll be able to daisy chain the other one. That's something I have to figure it out. Maybe it's just me, so if you know how to do it, please leave a comment below. Maybe you can help me out, see how I can daisy chain this one to another same one. But so far I don't see how you can daisy chain. Maybe now it's just from them, you have to order the extended versions. or somehow they have provide something different, or you gotta plug them in independently. So for now, that I think that's a downside for me, but it's worth the shot because they're brighter. Now in terms of the price, let's talk about the price. These were $200. I had bought them on Amazon, so as I mentioned, I bought it with my own money. This was not a sponsor video, so if you want to support the channel, I'm going to leave a list underneath of what the item was and where I bought it, so I can get a little bit of affiliate money. And if not, I also, as you know, I sell tool organizers to support the channel and be able to buy and do any of the things that I do for my videos. So if you want to support the channel, go to carneedsnow.com and purchase some of those. They're magnetic, modular, and they make your toolbox look amazing. So yep, that's shameless plug right there. But going back to the topic, I think this was a great experience. I love the lights. I can't wait, and I'm excited to put them outside. So if you have any suggestions or you thought that I didn't cover anything, please leave a comment below and I'll happily answer anytime. So that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.